upon a time, many years ago, in the 1960s, I was a student nurse. I'm the small, scared one, scrubbing my hands. Students actually spent several weeks in this rotation, becoming proficient with surgical preparations and skilled at sterile techniques. Sterile technique was paramount.
Mindy, you will be doing the instrument table this morning.
Please, Mrs. Steele, Dr. Dupuis yells, could I do something else?
Mindy, you must master this skill. Gaining experience is what's important here.
He made my roommate cry.
Start organizing the instruments. He's never late.
Yes, Mrs. Steele.
I can still see the count, and he actually was a real French count, tall, dark, and disdainful. Some surgeons thought they were gods, and the nurses bore the brunt of their bad behavior.
Mrs. Slick, you will assist the surgeon today.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Steele.
Good morning, Rose. No experienced nurses today. That we might stuff a student to be handling the instrument table?
Not this morning, doctor. We had 2 call-outs. The flu.
Well, there'll be no time to be teaching proper procedure this morning.
I can remember how my hands trembled as I organized the instrument table. The count yells at stupidity, and mistakes meant stupidity to him. I feared handling those black silk sutures, as black as his hair and touchy.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Scalpel. Sponges. Sponges. He missed that. Sponges.
And so it went. No bantering in this operating room. He barked his commands and all complied silently. They looked like mummies under all those fabric layers. But see the eyes? Several sets looked panicky that morning.
8, 9. We're short one sponge.
Recount.
Well, let's do it.
8, 9.
Now. Such incompetence. It must be addressed.
Excuse me, Dr. Dupuis. I was wondering, is that a sponge under your left hand?
What do you mean? Don't be such a... Oh, so it is. Pass me a suture.
I had been preparing and had opened the packet of silk sutures. They had tumbled out onto the table and become knotted. The more I tried to smooth the knot out, the tighter it got.
No.
Nurse, suture!
Now I'm panicking and blackness hovers. In desperation, I grabbed a pair of scissors. I saw the Count's black look, but he is silent as he begins to stitch the incision. And he remains silent as he accepts a regular suture from my
Suture.
shaking hand and completes the wound closure.
And ask for the dress.
Dressing. Rose, your student did okay today.
Touché, Monsieur Count.